Texas Governor Greg Abbott taking the growing border crisis into his own hands with a new bill allowing police to arrest those here illegally. The growing surge not slowing down. Our next guest is live in Eagle Pass, Texas, where more than 4,000 migrants were taken into custody yesterday alone. Lieutenant Chris Olivarez is the spokesperson for the Department of Public Safety, the last line of defense. LT, good to have you on this morning. First, let's talk about what we're seeing in Eagle Pass right there. Been to the border a ton of times. Bill Malooge and Griff Jenkins also there. We haven't seen that mass amount of migrants crossing the border. What's happening right now?
You know, Lawrence, good morning. So, yes, you're right. We haven't seen this type of flow since probably when we had the Haitian situation back in 2021 in Del Rio. But this has been a consistent flow, especially for the month of December, when historically for the month of December, the number of apprehensions is always low. But we're not seeing this right now with this current border situation. And that's why I always say this is not your ordinary border situation. I think we've moved past beyond chaos and how this situation has gotten much worse. This is deliberate inaction by the federal government to secure our border. And it's evident what we're seeing right now, especially in those images that you're showing right now, is that we have thousands that are coming across in a single area, and there's no deterrence, there's no consequences. People are going to continue to come. That's what we're experiencing right now. And because of that, it continues to overwhelm Border Patrol agents. As of right now, ports of entry are closed. Legitimate trade and travel has been shut down. Ports of entry, especially inspection stations by Border Patrol, have been shut down because now they're diverting those resources to process more illegal immigrants that are coming across the border. And again, that exposes more vulnerabilities along the border. And that's where we have to step in as a state to try to fill those gaps.
So, LT, when I've been down there with y'all, in Texas, DPS is doing some arrests, doing some detainments, going through the brush, being on the land of the ranchers. You always tell me, look, LJ, we can only do so much. We don't have the legal authority to do that. Now this Texas Senate Bill 4 changes all of them. And this is some of the stuff that's in the bill, up to 6 months in jail or $2,000 in a fine for the first-time conviction, up to 20 years in prison for the second-time conviction. Now, police must transport them to the port of entry after serving their sentence, or they could face a felony charge for refusing to return to Mexico. Tell me how this bill is going to help you guys as y'all enforce the law.
Well, I mean, first off, Lawrence, what Governor Abbott has been able to do in the last 3 years, along with our Texas legislatures and our state leadership in Texas, is really take this fight to the federal government, to really stand up for Texans as well as law enforcement in the state of Texas by taking historic action, by having that moral courage to stand up to the federal government. Now being able to give state law enforcement more tools to actually enforce state law to prevent some of these illegal crossings. Now, what this is going to do, Lawrence, is give us a much broader authority now to make arrests on those individuals that enter the state of Texas illegally. Think of it as criminal trespass, which we've been doing for the last 2 years. We have made over 10,000 arrests for criminal trespass. This is a much broader aspect of criminal trespass, when typically you have to have consent from an owner or authorization from an owner to be on that property and make those arrests. Now, we have that much broader authority now, give us a much wider scope to make these arrests for illegal entries. Also prevents the re-entry part of it too as well. We know that many individuals, when they get deported back to Mexico, they make it back into the state the following day or that same day. Now we can actually apply those consequences and prevent re-entry by posing another additional state charge where up to 20 years in a state facility. So we're actually putting consequences in place to prevent illegal entries and to end catch and release. That's something that the federal government should be doing. And when it's all said and done, the federal government should be thanking the state of Texas for doing their job.
It's a major step. Real quickly before I let you go, there's also in Senate Bill 3, $40 million for state troopers to patrol that Colony Ridge housing development that we have been reporting on. LT, we're going to be following. I'll see you in the new year. We'll be live from the border in the great state of Texas. Thanks so much.